My name is Noah Lewis. I am the Vice Chair of the National Council for St Vincent and the Grenadines Associations in the UK. The council has been together for over 30 years, but recently we changed from the National Exec to the National Council because it allows us to reach out further and involve more people. Primarily our objectives are to continue mixing with Vincentians in the UK, and over a period of time we've evolved into supporting situations when there's a pandemic or where there's an earthquake or anything that's gone on in the past. We're very quick to, as Vincentians living abroad, to support anything like that. Recently we've had an overload of work because of what has happened here, and we are really pleased to be involved with it. Like I said, I'm the Vice Chair. Our Chair is Deanna Stapleton, and we generally want to do what we can to support. We've identified a number of charities or particular groups who we're focused on working with them, and some of them are here today to receive a contribution from what we have actually put together. Just a little bit more about the association. It's made up of 8 individual local associations, as in Coventry, Derby and Long Eaton, London, Luton, Oxford, Reading, SVG and Wimco, who are both based in High Wycombe. All these areas have a lot of Vincentian first generation, second and third generation living in that area. We also receive support from other areas such as Peterborough, another London group specifically supported by a great friend of ours, Lad Winsborough. You may or may not know of him, but he does a sterling job. And one of the key points we want to make sure is that we work with the High Commission, because when we do it together, we get better benefits. So we've tried to work with the High Commission on every aspect of what we do. But there comes a time where we have to sometimes not go direct, but create something that is going to get there a bit quicker, because with the High Commission, it goes through and it ends up being with Nemo in various places. But this now we can get our own link. As a result of that, we've created a ground force group, which is, I'll just give the first name there. Shy don't want to be known as Josette. There's Zona, there's Abigail, and there's Maxwell. So far, they're the people who, when we send the stuff down, we get it cleared through CLIP, as in Central Leeward Impact Project, which is a charity that allows us to get it here as quick as possible, get it out of customs, and then it can be distributed amongst the recipients. We have various people here who support us and then distribute the stuff. Amongst our mates, we have, you'd have heard of Dynamite, local soccer artist. He has charitable things that we support in. WINFA, which is a smaller farmers union. There's System 3, Mr. Sardine. There are the ones that are supported individually by the ground force people. And we generally get good support. We get support. We've also got someone here today from the ministry, because without everybody putting it together, there becomes a problem and there's a block up somewhere. So we need to work, because the beneficiaries are our people who have been displaced, disadvantaged, and if we're in a better position to try to help them a bit, then we will do that. So this really is just an impromptu meeting, an impromptu handover. We have a number of stuff from the last containment we sent down, which I must add is well supported by Waypoint, who are the couriers that bring the stuff down for us. And we have some stuff here that we will be handing out to some of the recipients of these stuff, but we have an awful lot more in the lockup. So we will hopefully introduce a few of the people to come and just simply say a little bit what they do, and we will do this handover as a result of that. So hopefully everyone knows who I am, where I'm from, what I'm here for, and I'd like to go from there and introduce somebody. Right. So can I introduce first Mr. Sardine? So what we'd like to do now is to at least hand something over to one of the recipients, and I personally am going to ask them to just explain in depth more what their initiative is, so we all know from them as opposed to me halfway through. Is that shouldn't shake hand. Okay, so that's that. This is the Sardine who. Well, let him introduce himself.
My name is Ian Sardine. I represent a number of entities. Presently, I am representing System 3 Sports Academy, which is a sporting organization here that deals primarily with the development of footballers. We develop them from 5 and up, and we have kids all the way up to adults. We send kids overseas. At the moment, we have about 15 kids in college and university in the United States. We sent another 6 to Jamaica. 2 is supposed to go up very soon. Jamaica is like a stepping stone, a finishing school before they go on to university. So System 3 is established and work with football development. However, since the eruption of the volcano, we had also become involved with the persons, the evacuees out of the red zone that were in centers around the grammar school playing field. And when they went back home, we are in touch with them. We have other organizations out of the states that send funding, and so that we purchase equipment, we purchase food for distribution to these people. We have been doing it in 6 communities: Oria, Overland, Sandy Bay, and Georgetown. So 3 on the Windward and 3 on the Leeward. Fitzhughes, Chateau Belair, and P.T. Bodell. Now, we did that up to December, but we felt that it is more useful if we could start encouraging them and teaching them how to fish rather than giving them a fish. So in the future, we're going to try set up revenue-making projects in the areas that these kids, that these clubs that we are supporting can help to become self-sufficient. So that is our main focus for 2022 and beyond. That is System 3 and our involvement. However, I have recently recommitted myself to football development and going and help the Football Federation in the youth development policies and programs. So I'm now Youth Development Officer for the SVGFF, and hopefully from this year we can have a greater focus on development and to spread the sport a little more. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. What I'd like to say is that at this point in time, we've dispensed with our masks, but we've been socially distanced, and we are conscious of the fact that, we should be wearing a mask in this time. So I just thought I'd just reiterate that point. Can I ask Lacelle? Sorry, please come over. I know your first name, but not. And this lady represents. All right. She represents WINFA, and if you don't mind, just giving a little bit about what WINFA are for.
Okay, so my name is Lacelle Blackwalker. I am the acting coordinator for the Windward Islands Farmers Association. Now, WINFA, we represent small farmers throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica, Grenada, and St. Lucia. Now, our main focus is to lobby on behalf of farmers, make sure that they are treated fairly, make sure that they get the necessary assistance that they need, as we know that food security is a big issue in the Caribbean, because we want to make sure that we're eating healthy. Now, when we had the volcanic eruption, majority of the agriculture produced were destroyed. So as an organization, we try to reach out to as many donor companies, organizations as much as possible, so that we could get the necessary assistance that these farmers need to get back on their feet again. We also work along with the Zero Hunger Trust Fund program, where we supply food for 12 primary schools throughout St. Vincent. And we are here today to accept some books and on their behalf, so that our children can read more. Thank you.
Thank you, Lethel. If I just take these books, symbolic, let's and just shake hands stuff. All right. These are the books for the younger children. All right. Walk off with them and take them. Yeah? Take them. Okay. I'd just like to now ask. Pardon me? Tourism. Lady, please come up. Just everyone knows what tourism is, but if you just come and just have a quick say, and I think.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Minister and the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture, we would just like to express our deepest gratitude to the SVG DRIP Association and the Council for their kind donation to us as we continue our efforts to develop our tourism industry. We are very optimistic that the items being donated to us will be put into good use throughout our sites and offices throughout the Ministry of Tourism. And we are very grateful for your assistance and your donation, and we thank you very much, and may God continue to bless you all.
Thank you for that. So just a symbolic shake hand, one way from me, or fist or whatever. Okay. Right. These are two of the items that the tourism will be taking. Can I now ask Dynamite to just quickly just say how you engage with us and move this out of the way? Okay.
Yes, it's good to be a part of this initiative. My role, I will be going in the communities and handing out stuff to family directly who really need it. So just to be a part of this is a good thing, you know. And thanks very much for everything and, you know, respect.
Thank you very much for that. I mean, what we're trying to do, as you can see, is trying to link with as many people. Now, we won't overreach, but since we started this initiative and through the good work of the ground force, led by Josette, who I'm going to ask to come down and just to show her face, even if not say anything. And just say who you are. We are so appreciative of the work that her and our colleagues do, because all we can do is gather the stuff, get them sent down, and then when it gets here, this young lady and the rest of her team will help us to distribute and get them out. And Sister Josette, thank you very much. We appreciate you and your team and all the work you do on their behalf. Thank you much in that. Okay, and hope it's gone for a long time. So, right. Okay, like I said, thank you for the opportunity to introduce what we do. And the reality of it is that we'll never be able to supply everybody with everything. But if we can just make a little dent and help this group do that and group do that, we've got these groups here today because primarily they're the ones who we've identified as being liaising with us. And there may be some come along. So we've got Dynamite who wants to go going into the community. We have Winfer who is working for the body of the farmers. And we have Mr. Sardine, who is at Sports Academy, and he's there. Have I missed anybody else? And obviously, so really, what we are trying to do is to have a presence, support, and continue working. Like again, I said, it's the National Council for St. Vincent and Grenadines Association. We work closely with the High Commission. We work closely with CLIP down here, who are a charity that allows us to get the stuff cleared. We also work with all the individual associations, and I thank you for the time today to allow us to bring our situation to you, and we hope to support you and you support us going forward. Thank you very much.